So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about an album that comes out this Friday, and it's YouTube with the band. The album name is Kinship. Yes, this is a progressive metal band from Danish and also the Faroe Islands. And this is their second full-length album. It's going to be out on Metal Blade Records this Friday. And yeah, what can I tell you about IOTUNN as a band? Uh, they are a band that, even though they're fairly a newer band, the sound of this record is way more like mature, and the songwriting is better than on their last debut record. It sounds like a band that really has their like honed their sound and their style in a way that truly is makes sense. So this album has 8 tracks and it's almost an hour in length. And out of those 8 tracks, there's 4 songs that were released previously. So most of you have heard half of this album. Not me. I heard it in full, but that's because I got the promo. The songs that they put out was you had Mistland, which was put out, I think, the first one. Then you have Twilight, I Feel the Night, and Iridescent Way. So this album really is a concept record. So it's set in a primeval time. So the story is of a tribesman who is part of a prehistoric tribe. So it tells the story of life's many, conditions as themes of unity, disunity, light, dark, body, mind, nature, culture, good, evil, creation, destruction, and human inhuman unfold throughout the album. So when the vocalist for this band, John Aldara, was asked about the album, he said in an interview that the album explores themes of conformity versus following your own path and the consequences your choices have for relationships. It is also a consideration of the mind-body connection, especially with regards to how you interact with yourself, how you are influenced and controlled by the arenas of life and the interaction with nature. And all of these influences your identity, your choices, and your individuality. So that's a very important thing about this album. Every song feels like you could be outside in nature. It feels, I hate to use this word, but organic. So that's how the album presents itself. The story, do you have to listen to from front to back to appreciate the story? No, you can listen to individual tracks and enjoy them. But I think this is the type of album that should be meant to be listened to as a whole piece of work, because every song connects into each other and it's very rich in textures, tones. There's some great guitar solos on many of the tracks, amazing drumming, and John Aldara has a great voice in the clean melodic singing. He can also do harsher vocals and that type of spoken word as well. So there's a lot of styles within the band. So yeah, this is a concept record that you get transported into those medieval times, and it's all about maybe like how human beings and nature like collide and how you do the best with what you have. So there's a lot of it's a very emotional record, and it starts with the longest track on the record. It's almost a 14-minute epic with Kinship Elegiac. And you listen to that song and you're like, okay, you can stop right now. You don't need to do anymore, because that song is so great. What a way to start an album. And a very risky way as well, because not everyone can start a record with a 14-minute epic. I remember a few years ago, Periphery started one album with a like 18, 19 minute. And I'm like, the balls on this band. Yes, this is a little bit shorter, but also it's very bold to start with a very long song. But I think that's how confident the band is in this material. This song starts like very softly, more like it takes its time. They don't rush anything, and there's some great lyrics, and it sets the tone of like the main character and how he sets up on this journey in those pre-medieval, those times from the past. And this song has everything in one track. You have melodic singing, harsher vocals, some great guitar riffing. And what I like about this band's guitar riffing is that clean sound guitar that really it sounds almost like the guitar is singing. Very beautiful. And the clean vocals, I don't know why some bands are afraid of clean vocals. I think they're great. And I like how it tells the story. So you're invested in this first 14 minutes. And you say, after 14 minutes of this epic track, do the other 7 tracks offer anything? And the answer is fuck yeah. They offer a lot. Mistland is it's a 9-minute track, and it's a faster paced track. And it feels like you're in an adventure with the character out on the field, trying to survive, trying to gather food. This is what I felt when I was listening to this track. It felt like it could have been used in some awesome TV show, but it's not, but just an idea. Then you go with other tracks that feel like it's all about the night and living with nature at nighttime with twilight, and I feel the night. And these songs have a very infectious choruses to them, and they feel like a power ballady in a way, but they're not ballads, but some parts of the song. It has that vibe that you could listen to these tracks, and if you were in the 80s, all the lighters will go up. Now you'll just get a whole lot of fucking cell phones with lights. Oh well. But they're very great. Then they go into more aggressive track with The Coming End, which is a more faster, aggressive track, more harsher vocals. And it goods because it's after like some more like tracks that are more beautiful. I think some aggression is needed to change the pace of the record. But after that, they have the most serene song on the record, Iridescent Way. And Iridescent Way starts with a very soft acoustic track, and the singing is very soft. It feels like almost like you are in a campfire, like playing your guitar. I have a ukulele, and as you can see, I cannot play, but it feels like that, like you're in a campfire, just singing along, watching the stars, eating some s'mores, if you will. And it has that way. It has that iridescent way, and it's a very beautiful track. I'm telling you, even if you don't like progressive metal, this is a track that you can listen to because it has that, folky type of sing along in the fire type of way. So it's a great track, and it's a great way, to have like a breather after The Coming End. And it prepares you for the 2 last tracks on the record, Earth to Sky and The Anguish Ethereal. So Earth to Sky is one of the shortest tracks on the record, like 6.5 minutes, and it's a more faster paced, aggressive tune with some clean melodic singing as well. I thought it was very good, and it's a good way to like pick you up after the Shield track that is Iridescent Way. And the album closer, The Anguish Ethereal, is an 11-minute like opus epic song that finishes the album so great. There's lots of changes in the tempo, and also some great like guitar parts on it. The singing, again, it goes through different type of singing in one song, and it feels like an epic conclusion to the story of this tribesman. So in a nutshell, I guess a Kinship is an amazing record. It's an amazing sophomore release. And I think IOTUNN is also, it's a band that if this is only their second record, and yeah, the sky's the limit for this band. They are very talented, and I think I want to see where they take this on the next album. I think they're great at writing long songs that, even though they're long, they don't feel as long as they are, because they have so many changes that they always keep you engaged, and that's a great thing. So if you want to know more about the making of this record and more about the theme, I interviewed Jens Nikolai, one of the guitar players from this band, and we went deep into the story of this record, and we talk about his favorite tracks and why they're their favorite tracks. So I'm going to put this thing somewhere around here. So I want to know from you, Couchers, what do you think of IOTUNN-Kinship? Have you heard of this band? If not, if you like progressive metal, especially European progressive metal, do not sleep on this band. Great album. There's no filler tracks. There's nothing bad I can say about this record. It's just one of those albums that it's just a work of art. So I hope you Couchers listen to it and enjoy it, because this is an album that's meant to be listened to from start to finish. And if you have great speakers or earplugs, like, listen to it, because there's a lot of things going on that you won't get on a first listen. So if you like the videos, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, so I can get to more people like yourself. So until next time, Couchers, it's Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.